witness to the...
Is the concert starting?
Wanna be my research subject?
왔단다.
왔다. 됐나?
Don't frighten me like that! Wise, look! The weather forecast was right! There's still a bit of clouds, but the stars are totally visible.
That's great. And after lugging all that...
Why, yes! I've been waiting forever for a night like this. The weather's been dreadful these days, and summer would have been none of that matters now. Wise, let's look at the constellations. When it comes to summer constellations...
Of course.
You're partly correct. Let's go with that. I brought it to... Found it! Right there! That's Altair. That one's Vega.
So that's the summer triangle. They're all really bright. No wonder stargazers love to observe.
That's true. But I didn't come all this way just to see those. Or rather, after we locate the triangle, try focusing on the stars around Deneb. Wise, look! That's the one I've been waiting so long to see! Cygnus, the Swan constellation. Bright and...
The Swan constellation.
That's right! Its wings stretch perfectly from the body, forming a flawless cross. There's no constellation more... Did you know that when astronomers were naming constellations, they didn't consider symmetry at all? Can you believe that? I was really little at the time. It was also a clear summer night. My father took me stargazing. It's about the son of a god who died in a disaster, and his best friend who grieved so deeply he turned into a swan. A tale of powerlessness and sacrifice. The man called Cygnus couldn't save anyone or anything from the chaos around him. In the end, he became a constellation in the face of these tragic changes. A lot has changed since then, but I've never forgotten that night, or that story Dad told me.
So that's why you're so drawn to Cygnus. It's kind of a sad story, but...
I knew you'd get it. You see, the man in the story couldn't change a thing back then. But now, he's become not only that, part of Cygnus makes up the brightest triangle in the whole summer Milky
Mora.
Way.
Bienvenido al árbol de Vir.
Sad reading stories
Mora.
Cygnus shines.
Dice.
Buenas noches, Mora.
Buenas noches, Black.
I think that's what my dad was trying to teach me. Sometimes I wonder, have I found...
I think you've already found it. The courage...
Thank you.
Mora.
Anyway,
Dice.
after
Oye,
hearing all
Valk, ¿ya
that,
viste el video
if
del
you know
Auma?
the
Lo
story of
subieron hoy.
Cygnus,
No, ahorita lo vemos en un rato.
know who I meant.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
Mora.
just kidding. I've
Dice.
actually heard that story too.
Sí va.
The one...
stop! Even if you do know, don't say it out loud. Just remember this. Next year, the year after, every single year from now on, make time for one night like this. 2 a.m.
Mora. Dice. Y cuéntame, ¿ya pasaste la misión ayer de la mujer Legno?
¿Cuál Legno? Ya. Se puso buenísimo, hermano. Me mandaron a la montaña. Ya estaba yo muy subido en la montaña, güey. Parecía pinche escalador, güey. Sí, está bueno. Gracias por ayudarme. Pero pues te estuve hablando y no te quedaste. Yo gritando, Mora nunca vino.
Mora. Dice. Me había quedado dormido.
Y no me dice, no me doy cuenta, Mora.
Mora. Dice. Es que buenos mal me di cuenta del correo, porque si no tuvieras media hora buscando la misión.
Sí. No, de hecho se activó sola. Después de que me dijiste, se activó sola. Iba saliendo de un búnker y enseguida me habló mamá. Y mamá me dice, no, que venme a buscar. No sé cosa. De hecho, te fuiste y me enfrenté a un pinche monstruo ahí enorme. Cabrón, bien mamadísimo. La verdad.
Mora.
Te lo perdiste.
Dice. Esa misión tuvo cinematográfica.
¡Está buena! Te digo que estaba muy buena. Te la perdiste porque no estuviste. Puta, ya no las compré. Es que me hubiera gustado tener dinero. Me las hubiera comprado. Quería comprármelas. A lo mejor en diciembre me las compro las 3. Probablemente. Algún día en diciembre.
Mora. Dice. Black, ya empezaron a salir like de Nefe y está brutal lo que hace ella.
Tengo 70 tiradas aquí, loco. Buenazo, ¿no? Aún así me puedo comprar algún arma que valga la pena. Quiero ver. Sí, qué bueno. Voy a esperar que esté oficialmente y ya después lo veo.
Mora. Dice. Al parecer lo que entendí Nefe hace como la espada de Nilú, las semillas las convierte en daño dendro.
No es lo que dije, pero bueno. 600 tiradas, venga. Más tiradas para mí.
Mora. Dice. Como que 600 tiradas.
Bueno, 600 peliculitas para tirar, coño. La madre, no dejan que uno se emocione. Se equivoca uno y ya se le van a la yugular. Joder, macho. De verdad que no se puede con ustedes, hermano.
Mora. Dice. Blacky, ¿de dónde sacaste tanto?
Como que de dónde saqué tanto jugando, cabrón. Y no son 600 tiradas, son menos, pero bueno.
Mora. Dice. Le pasaste tarjetazo.
Yo dije claramente que yo no le iba a meter tarjetazo a esta madre, weón. Ya suficiente le meto a Genshin, weón. Tu gente me lo paso bien por las skins, weón. Y ya está, weón. A este full skin y se acabó, weón. No hay más. Puta, como chinga el mouse, weón. Tengo que desactivarlo porque si no empieza a aparecer en la puta pantalla, weón. Despertá, hijo de perra, despertá. Ah, no, ya.
Mora. Dice. Black, ¿cómo vas la historia de Senlis Avanzo?
Sí, ahorita voy a avanzar. Mira, ya me apareció otra vez el puto mouse, weón. Joder, macho. Qué huevo con lo del mouse, Voy a dejarlo acá a ver si no estorba. Yo no sé por qué últimamente me pasa así con el mouse, weón. Y si quiere el mouse, no, es que aparece de vez en cuando la madre esa. Creo que es acá. Sí, este pendejo, Dios mío. ¿A qué es débil este pendejo el Electro?
Mora. Dice. Yo como no lo juego sigo la historia por YouTube.
Ah, ok, vale. No.
Need something? Go ask my colleagues.
Got any?
Man is iron, rice is steel. I make a
Wanna.
A myth?
You have my complete.
Awaiting further.
Want a glass of nitro fuel?
Hay muchas cosas que, bueno, no sé, igual alguien la graba completa.
Press to attack.
Mora. Dice. Black, ojalá se haga canon lo sea Alice y Barca, quiero ver arder Genshin jajaja con la tremenda fune.
Sí, la gente está alocada por esa madre, weón.
Mind and body. Resistance is futile.
Need it. Ready for a fiery feast?
Press the attack.
Mora. Dice. Bueno, no yendo tan lejos y se están quejando porque Alice es la mama de Claca y la pureza ya no la tiene y demás jajaja.
Pero es una tontería porque volvemos a lo mismo de hace milenios, que una mujer, porque ya tiene sexo, ya no tiene valor, o sea... O sea, yo entiendo el punto de vista machista, pero bueno, o sea, es una pendejada, ¿no? Te gusta la vaca, aunque tenga cría, te gusta la vaca y ya está, hermano. No tiene nada que ver, pero bueno, la gente es así.
Mora. Dice. Exacto.
Resistance is futile. Enemies of Section 6 shall pay. Press the attack.
O sea, es lo que hay, pues, o sea, ¿para qué te pones en plan, no quiero, si al final, pues es lo que es?
Mora. Dice. Black Nilu puede ir con Nefe.
Claro, debería poder ir con F. Espérame. Vamos a ver, espérame. Voy a grabar por aquí. A ver. Muy buenas, chicos, ¿cómo están? Sean bienvenidos. Vamos a ver
Mora.
si nos sale Sporito por ahí.
Dice.
Vamos a ver.
¿Por cuál vas a lanzar?
Vamos a ver si Sporito nos da la suerte de salir el día de hoy. Y bueno, vamos a detalles y ver cuánto tenemos del panel pasado, hermano. Ah, mira, nada más tenemos 3, o sea que
Mora.
estamos en piti. Vamos a darle, venga.
Dice.
Que salga Sporito.
Animo Black.
Venga, que salga Sporito. Las otras ya las tengo, así que da igual. O sea, nada, FB.
Mora.
Doble A igual está bien,
Dice.
no pasa nada. Tiene
Que
las
te
dos.
salga doble.
Ojalá, sería interesante, pero no creo. Me conformo con que salga temprano. Mira, otra vez doble, joder, macho. Estamos con suerte hoy. La ventaja es que como ya tengo a estas... Bueno, me salió... Ah, mira, me salió uno nuevo. ¿Esta cosa es? A ver.
Mora.
Oh, interesante.
Dice.
Lo probaré.
Eso es un arma.
Sí, es un arma nueva. Eso es lo que me gusta del de Zenless, aunque aquí ya te salen las armas. ¿No? Salen armas chidas de vez en cuando. Vale, Sporito. Tirada 30, chicos, venga. No creo que vaya a salir. Ya me comí mis esas, pero bueno. Igual veremos, intentaremos de sacarla. Por lo menos intentaremos sacarla. Ya sé que gaste las otras chapas.
Mora. Dice.
Vale, no.
Animo que sí sale y hasta doble.
50. Oh, otra arma de esa, venga, mejor. Vamos por la última de esta. Jefe. Bueno, al menos me han estado saliendo A, lo cual es bueno. Igual, por ejemplo, esta... Ay, se me olvidó el nombre. Me da chapitas. A ver, la que sigue. ¿Deseas consumir 900 de película para comprar? Espera. Aguanta.
Rey David Mateos.
Vamos a ver. Espérame.
Bienvenido al árbol de Bird.
Rapidito.
Rey David Mateos. Dice. Hola.
Hola, Rey David. A ver. ¿Dónde es que se cambia? Aquí. Me olvida dónde cambiarlo. No, aquí no, acá. A ver. ¿Cuántas había tirado? 50, ¿no? Vamos a sacar 20 de aquí. Venga,
Rey David Mateos.
vamos a ver
Dice.
si sale.
¿Qué guabo hay por ahí?
A ver si sale, venga. Nada, hermano. No me vas a llevar a la 90, no seas hijo de puta, ¿eh? Venga, aquí debe venir. Hijo de la verga, me va a llevar hasta la 90.
Mora.
Puto Zenles.
Dice. Jajaja ánimo.
Me va a llevar hasta la 90, compadre.
Rey David Mateos.
Llevamos 80.
Dice. Sacaste a Inefa.
Sí la tengo en las dos cuentas. Voy a tirar 10 más, hermano. No más. No más. Y eso nada más para que salga ya el 5 estrellas. Ya. Venga. Se quede ahí. Ahí viene.
Rey David Mateos. Dice. Yo la saqué luego salió.
Pleasure to work with you.
Oh, no había visto tiradas con skin, güey. Qué guapo, loco. Las skins se ven
Dice.
guapísimas, güey.
Que sea doble.
Mira ese tronco de skin, papá. Vamos. Vamos, esporo.
May you forgive this transgression.
Otra vez. Oye, el furro este cómo me sigue, loco.
Rey David Mateos. Dice. Suerte.
Bueno, lástima, ni modo. Al menos aseguré la otra. Digo, la otra es la que quería, pero pues pensaba que a lo mejor me iba a salir esporo. Ni modo, me brincaré esporo. Otra vez Lycan, hermano. Lycan C4 ya, güey. Ya no quiero Lycan, hijo de puta. Lo bueno de todo es que, bueno, Lycan, pues voy a...
Do you want
Ya lo constelaciones tienes de él.
Tengo como 4, hermano. Pero no sé cuánto. No, tengo 3 nada más. Pero el furro me sigue, weón. Este es mi Kiki, weón. Literalmente, weón. Es mi Kiki, el pinche Lycan, weón. Y
Mora.
lo peor es que ya no está sirviendo, weón.
Jajajaja.
I shall
Bueno,
follow
pues
you.
nada, chicos, tocó Lycan, no pasa nada. Ah, vamos a tirarle el bambucito a ver si nos sale que ya de ¿cómo se llama? De tristeza. Vamos a tirar el bambucito para que nos salga. Al nuevo.
Mora. Dice. Ese lobo es el único que tendrá C6 de tanto que sale.
Me sale el lobo y luego me sale la otra. Todavía la chichona por lo menos dices, bueno, está chichona, pero este güey que madre le vas a ver la pichula solamente, güey. Ah, mira, ahí salió. Venga, Bambros. Venga, pues ya salió salió rápido. Ya está. De
Mora.
estas cuántas tengo. Ah, mira, de estas
Dice.
tengo tirada. Vamos a ver qué sale.
Black, ya no la sacaras o esperaras al siguiente personaje.
No, voy a esperar al siguiente personaje. ¡Loco! Un SS, vamos. De los del banner normal, venga. Ya que salga otro like, chingue su madre, para que me falten 2 nada más. Aquí no sale arma, creo. No, aquí no sale arma.
Mora.
¡Ah, mira!
Dice.
¡Arma!
¿A qué sale voy?
¡Venga! Necesitaba otra de esas, venga. ¡Qué buena arma! Pues ya está, hermano. Qué bueno que salió un arma, weón. Oye, o sea, lo único que falló fue el personaje, pero bueno, siempre me falla, así que tampoco me hago a la ilusión. Aún así está bien, hermano. El arma sí me va a servir. Hay otro personaje que lo puede usar, no recuerdo qué. ¡Loco! ¿Otra vez? Vamos. Pero así me debiste haber salido con Sporo, cabrón. No como ahorita. ¡Ah, madre, güey! Suéltamelos, pero
Mora.
así en el...
Dice.
en el...
Otra vez jajaja.
Suéltamelos así, pero en el normal, cabrón. No en el permanente, hijo de puta.
Mora. Dice. ¿A qué sale el lobo?
Ah, mira, Coleda. Ya no uso a la pobre Coleda, pero bueno. Está bien. Será otra constelación para Coleda. Me cago un tiro más. Otra hijo de su puta madre, bro. Hijo de su puta madre, bro. Qué pedo con el banner permanente, bro.
Mora. Dice. Otra vez Black.
What's up?
Mora.
Ah, te dije que me iba a terminar
Dice.
saliendo. ¿Te lo dije o no te lo dije?
Ya van 3 veces.
¿Te dije o no te dije que me iba a salir la pistolera? Puta madre, bro. Puta, ¿por qué no me sale así Sporo, bro? Puta madre, bro. Me acabo la suerte, hermano. Espérate, vamos a tirar. Es que no me puedo quedar. La ludopatía puede más, bro. Vamos a tirar 10 nada más, ya está, bro. Son 4. Me faltan 6, vale. Igual y sale, bro. Vamos, Sporo, venga. Vamos, no creo. Vamos, nah. Es fea, bro. Se fue la suerte, bro. Ah, es feo. Ya está. No voy a seguir tirándole porque las otras dos ya las tengo. Entonces voy a esperar para ver si saco constelaciones de otro. Nada, chicos. Aquí se termina la suerte. Pues ya vimos. ¿Cuántos fueron? 3, 4, ¿no? 4 o 5 estrellas. Uno en el promocional y 3 en el permanente, loco. Vamos. Bueno, yo me río. Igual salió ganando, ¿vale? Pero aunque perdimos, salimos ganando. Así que nada, chicos, espero que les haya gustado el video. Venga, nos vemos en la próxima. Deja en subo. Ah, me decían, ¿qué me contaban?
Mora.
¿Qué me decías, Mora?
Dice. O sea, te salió 5 estrellas en el permanente, pero en el promocional no te salió.
No me salió. Ojalá me hubiera salido así en el permanente, hermano. Qué locura. Aún así está bien porque me va rellenando los permanentes. Entonces, al rellenar los permanentes, de alguna otra manera, cuando se repita, me van a regalar estrellitas. Y eso significa que a la larga, esas estrellitas, pues, se convierten en chapitas que puedes usar en tiradas. Lo cual está bien. O sea, mal no nos fue. O sea, si nos podemos analizar entre las cosas, mal no nos fue, bro.
Mora.
Need something?
Dice.
I am the.
Exacto, es como un ganar-ganar.
Start the experiment.
O
Leotech.
sea, mira, esta ya la tengo en 4,
Bienvenido al
hermano.
árbol de Bird.
Coño, la Grey es la que ya más tengo completa. Un poquito más y ya saco a Grey completa, ¿eh? Ya me voy a poner a investigar a ver si Grey vale la pena en nivel 4. Güey, la tengo 4, güey. No me jodas. Digo 5, perdón. Me falta una nada más, güey. Uy, la próxima Grey ya me da nivel
Mora.
6, güey. Cuidado,
Dice. Esa pistolera la vas a sacar nivel C6, jaja.
Cuidado, que es el aunque sea el permanente voy a investigar ya, güey. Ya C5 pesa, güey. Mi amiga Coleda, esta personaje la amé desde el principio del juego. Fue la best waifu del principio del juego. Fue mi Noel, güey. Qué bonito que me le regalan una constelación. Voy a investigar un poquito qué tanto vale esa constelación. Porque esa vieja pega unos martillazos que da ganas, hermano. ¿Qué otra cosa me salió? Ya no me recuerdo.
A mission?
Which
If you need
you have ready and waiting.
It's ours.
Mora.
Had made
Dice.
Ella, fue esta.
Es bueno, así la tienes con más constelaciones y le sube el daño.
¿Quién fue el otro? ¿Quién fue el otro? Igual esta ya también me ha salido. Ah, no, nada más una vez me salió. Reina. Dos. Una nada más me salió.
only the
Got a new
Man is iron, rice.
wanna be
A
¿Quién fue el otro que me salió?
awaiting
Una,
orders.
2. Son 2. Ah, no, ya está, pues ya están todos.
Mora. Dice. El oso.
No, pero el oso no es 5 estrellas. El signo personal. O sea, fueron en total 4, ¿no? 4 estrellas.
Mora. Dice. Sí. Mora. Dice. La de cabello rojo, el lobo la pistolero. Mora. Dice. Y el otro no sé cuál es.
Voy a dejar subiendo el video para que...
Mora.
¿Cómo se llama? Lo
Dice.
suba, que lo edite. Que
Black, el máximo de nivel de rango es 60 igual o es más.
No, 60 es el rango aquí. Por ahora. Y está bien, ¿para qué quiero más? Ya, ahí en 60 ya está bien. Ya va flying con nivel 60. Es como el nivel 90, pues. Cuesta bastante subirlo, entre comillas.
Hey kids, I trust the miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollow still hasn't cleared. And since Wi-Fi Peninsula is also a major production area for porcelain ore, I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
Isn't the spreading miasma more worrying than the air quality itself? Do you have any plans to address it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main. But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma, and the danger still miasma is a natural byproduct within the hollows. A unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether. That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon. But the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's all because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices. And now miasma is spreading rampant.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Wi-Fi Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
But the Exaltists' actions are still harming the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula, and the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil one. Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer, Ferox, secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Wi-Fi Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Wi-Fi Peninsula but investigations and operations by the city government in Wi-Fi Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in. A defense force unit, led by Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Wi-Fi Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
The Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in Wi-Fi Peninsula before, so why did...
Wi-Fi Peninsula is a key porcelain production area, after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer. With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Yve Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General...
Sounds like a power game between tops and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Yve Peninsula. Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porcelumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunque's summit can act directly this time. But for you...
Yes. Phaethon, a legend among proxies, an outlaw of the underground, the last disciple of a secret research institute, Mayor Mayflower's wondrous right hand, the one who saved the Void Hunter.
To be honest, I won't need all those people helping. But you're right. It's time for the I spotted the name Obel Squad on the Defense Force's unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support. Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolde, who worked with you during the investigation into the Exaltists in Porcelumex. I assume you're already well acquainted.
So, we'll be taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as special holotech advisors, and the mayor's special Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult-to-remember titles, but sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the one...
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any...
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance. The specific plans and arrangement, well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission.
Mora. Dice. Black, ya vengo, iré a comer, cualquier cosa estaré pendiente.
Ok.
The Hollow hit city center out of nowhere. Without support from the Obsidian Division, they won't hold for long.
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
The track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid. This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us. We must hold the line.
Magus!
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us. Still, the tardiness is
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad.
Obsidian Division! Obsidian Division! Agamemnon Squad! Requesting route!
Fall back, Orpheus!
Fall back. No. No. We have to kill it. Whatever it takes. Get back.
I'm from Yunkoi Summit. We'll hold the line from here. You can fall back now.
Everyone, and the civilians, they're right behind us. We can't back down. We can't...
So, is this the end? Revenge. Against what? Against... I've already lost.
Captain? Nagus? Nagus, were you dreaming again?
Intelligent constructs don't dream. It was just leftover cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
It's a good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times. Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty, and stop eavesdropping on me.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep talk. But given how you're always right behind me...
It's not sleep talking. It's echoes of residual signals from the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
Yes, Captain Magus. I swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your...
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. I mean, my self-diagnostic feels like some kind of...
Are intelligent constructs superstitious?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got. Enough breakfast chit-chat. Time to get ready for this morning.
Yes, Captain Mac...
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumex, we've gathered intel on several key however, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obel. The results you achieve will be critical to this.
Leave it to me, Zolt.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations.
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habit.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special...
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super cape...
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from this per the agreed arrangements. Our guest will...
The Exaltists have long plagued Waifei Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Blitz Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Blitz and Aegis. Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Obel Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Blitz Squad, in position!
Aegis Squad, report your position. Do you copy?
Copy, Captain Magus. Aegis reporting in.
We're en route with the chopper. ETA 20 minutes. Landing at Blitz Squad 3 o'clock.
Ready.
Primary objective, rendezvous with the mayor's envoy.
Someone pretty important if they've got Obel Squad handling the pickup.
Ready.
I'm not late, right?
They're very powerful, but also a very nice person.
Oh, so what sort of person are they exactly?
Let's save the chit-chat for after the mission. Stay focused on the battle. The envoy and escort team are inside the building up ahead.
By the way, why are we meeting inside the Hollow? We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant.
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target?
Hey everyone, forget the titles. What?
So this is the amazing Mr. Faith and the Trigger and Soldier 11 we're talking...
I know who you are. You must be the infamous...
Trigger was definitely...
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned.
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obel Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments. But don't mistake that for everyone walking the city has their own purpose. Especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Opal's mission, or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on... Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the hollow.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done...
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives as an expert hollow guide, or a proxy. Phaethon will use the current map intel and hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Opal Squad. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military.
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11.
If no other squad members, Horizon wraps up the mission briefing.
It's our turn to burn! There are more enemies than we expected.
Agent Squad, report your status! Undetected blood! Agent Squad, come in!
Let's provide cover fire! Oh no! Still no response.
Electromagnetic interference is...
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming!
Taclet Squad is pinned down!
Captain!
Agent Squad, do you copy?
Enemy reinforcement spotted to the northwest!
Agent Squad!
Seed and the others should be okay, right?
The fastest way to restore comms is to disable the nearby jamming devices. Roger that!
Looks like the miasma around us is getting thicker.
Prepare to evade!
Ether activity is rising around us. Keep an eye out for stronger enemies.
Our blind spot! It's over!
A-okay. We're circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target. Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Got you covered. Blitz Squad, do you copy? Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
Oh, no. The speaker's all buzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP.
Senior.
I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the captain have met at safety.
The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests? Good riddance.
Come in, Blitz Squad. Do you copy?
Aegis Squad, come in!
Agents reporting in! We read you loud and clear, Captain!
We just shut down the enemy's jamming network.
Give them a full salvo, Seed Senior!
Here.
Aegis Squad.
Remote support. In position.
The ether transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
Then I got this.
Next, to eliminate the remaining enemies and head to the meeting point. Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
Roger. Aegis Squad has successfully secured...
Those things look like coffins. They're kind of creepy.
What's up? Huh?
The unknown device. Now analyzing. Network communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array. By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
You're amazing, Proxy.
You're not secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep, are you?
Hey, come on. I'm a professional. I have standards.
Communication structure analysis. 50% complete.
Those are ether reactors made by Porcelumex. To be honest, they look pretty ominous.
Porcelumex? That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Long time.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch.
Seed, you've met...
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex inspection.
I remember.
Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too. Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told...
Seed Senior.
He's not a mech! Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mech. You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must. Did you attend classes
Strictly speaking, I never really went to it.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obel Squad's comms channel, also seems to be
birds of a feather flock together.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us.
Being able to tune into both Seeds and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11...
Still, winning over these girls might be easy. But as the commanding officer, I have to assess you with the... All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle... Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates unknown to the Defense Force, but no one knows the labyrinths of...
Faith and scales are like magic.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway...
I got this. Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There's 8 in total. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Now we're all clear.
Obel Squad. All enemies eliminated.
The rambling old man is a little Seeds.
The final sacrifice. How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Mora.
Do all the
Bienvenido al árbol de Vir. Mora.
hard to understand.
Dice. Qué raro que no
No
vino
viene
Chris
porque
Black.
iba a estudiar. Me dijo, ayer me lo dijo, ayer me avisó. Después de que tú te fuiste, me lo dijo él. Es que los miércoles estás levantándose temprano. Entonces, como se levanta temprano, miércoles y jueves, pues no viene a los streams. Pero es por eso, ¿vale?
Hey, Seed Senior. You've got to be careful with...
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't...
What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator, which often drives them to act. Even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason, the miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting new Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction. Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers!
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosives.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already... I know how to throw around grand quotes, too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels... You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because...
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing faith.
Huh? How come no one told me about...
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No. According to the data from Porsalumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Wi-Fi Peninsula.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division would just end up as
Mora.
monster food.
Dice. Black, el video de Lauma es muy hermoso y elegante.
Pásame el link, ahorita lo vemos. ¿Quieres? Dame chance que avance un poquito la historia.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted
Mora.
with sacrifice energy,
Dice.
there's still no solid
Ya te lo
evidence to
paso.
confirm that all Obscura have sacrifices in them. The Obscura devices I saw in Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either.
Mora. Dice.
More importantly,
https utubigxrck 6wmgygsio elm 48 ogui 62iq.
They would have destroyed New Eridu.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that...
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
The proxy has a point, but there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Wi-Fi Peninsula. We need to organize. Third Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
a fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone?
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand.
What Captain Magus meant to say was...
That's not what I...
Mora. Dice. Tremendas tetas se carga ella.
Algo así.
All in all, the scouting mission was a success. Oboe Squad took no casualties. Against our firepower, those Exaltist lunatics didn't stand a chance. It's honestly baffling how HSO and public security got completely outplayed by the Exaltists. Their actions are chaotic and lack any strategy. Though credit goes to Commander...
The proxy was amazing too. Just like Trigger and Soldier 11 said. And just like all...
Huh? Orphe, since when have you been visiting sketchy sites like Internet behind my back?
Calm down, Captain Magus. What you've dealt with so far are just the Exaltus' scattered remnants.
I know. We already have the hollow coordinates for the Exaltus base. I'm not worried about a head-on clash. What worries me are those obscure—
Leave the search for the Obscura to me and the city forces. You focus on the mission inside the hollow. You can't just grasp at weeds. You have to dig out the root. By the way, Proxy, I heard your performance in the hollow was top.
I'll have to think about that. I do remember Captain Magus saying that Phaethon is a villain who should be—
Don't go taking things out of context to make me look like the bad guy. I'm a straight shooter.
Got it. Looks like the temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon doesn't really hold much sway over Captain
It's all because I wasn't decisive enough. Please don't punish Captain Magus.
She's not the most soft-spoken, but Captain Magus and the squad have been doing their best to support me, and her military-grade high-energy laser is definitely reassuring.
All right, all right.
I guess this is the—
But if you're that talented, why settle for the dishonorable role of a proxy? Why not join the military?
What's so dishonorable about it? The work we do in the shadows brings us closer to the light than many of those who stand in it.
You're being a little harsh today, Captain.
Proxy. How many unqualified civilians have you led straight into danger within the Hollows? And how many shady Hollow Ra—
You're right, Captain Magus. The underworld does have its dark side, but a lot of people are forced into it. They have to avoid the light, and this grand, respectable world you speak of. Is it really filled with nothing but righteous heroes? Is your defense—
You—
All right, kids, enough bickering. The only villain here is the grumpy old Isolde.
Looks like the captain got shut down by Commander Isolde again.
Even the proxy's been lumped in with the kids. Looks like we're all in the same class now.
This concludes the briefing. Proxy, Major General—
The Major General wants to see me?
Relax.
Sir, you're—
Colonel Isolde, I heard that, Obel Squad has already obtained the coordinates—
That's correct, sir. The recon operation was a success. However, we also discovered something unexpected. There are numerous ether reactors in—
You can handle the specifics with your squad. You know I've always counted on you. Just make—
Yes, sir.
Among all the mediocrity in the Obsidian Division, Isolde, you're the one who truly stands out. Someone like you shouldn't be stuck on the front lines. I'm pragmatic, but I always make sure This is a big opportunity. But I went to great lengths to get troops into Wi-Fi Peninsula. So this mission is one we cannot have—
Yes, sir.
Ah, I seem to have forgotten about our guest. Isolde, the person beside—
This is the officially appointed Hollow Technical Advisor and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operation.
Welcome to Wi-Fi Peninsula.
I've been in Wi-Fi Peninsula for a while now. Honestly, it's more appropriate for me and Swabian Temple to be the—
Swabian Temple? Pardon my memory, I nearly forgot our guest works directly under Mayor Mayflower. Mind filling me in, Colonel Isolde? Why is one of the mayor's personal agents, an infamous proxy, getting involved in Defense Force—
Wise was appointed by the city as a technical advisor and envoy for Mayor Mayflower, sir. He's here to assist and oversee the defense—
Assist, huh? If the High Preceptor of Yunque Summit had shown up in person, perhaps. And as for the supervision, since when does Mayflower get a say in when
Sir, Weiss is only here to assist Obel Squad. This has nothing to do with the main force's operations or command. All part of the agreement to keep the City Council from meddling with our military affairs in Waifei Peninsula, which...
Of course. Your arrangements are always right on point, Colonel. Well then, since you're the Hollow experts and personally by the Mayor, unfortunately, military secrecy is of utmost importance. So I'm afraid I can't escort Wise to the more refined venue. Colonel Isolde? Until this operation is over, all of Wise's external communications and movements beyond Phylum Heights must be temporarily restricted.
That's a very unique way to treat a get.
Major General, the Mayor and Yunque Summit might not be too happy about that.
That's an order.
Yes, sir.
The people from Porcelumix are still waiting for me in Phylum Heights. Something about a banquet to welcome the Defense Force to Waifei Peninsula. Typical corporate parasites. I'm afraid I won't be able to personally entertain our guests.
Let's go, Mr.
Me está llenando los ojos de madre, güey. Sí.
Oh?
Caradura versus FNF. Bienvenido al árbol de
Vamos a
vida.
ver tantito pausa aquí.
Caradura versus FNF.
Y vamos a ver lo otro, venga.
Dice. A veces me pregunto por qué los Mouders tienen tanto tiempo libre para hacer eso.
No sé. Solo se dedican. Y igual los venden, así que sacan plata, me imagino. Mira, todo lo que saque plata va a vender. Así de simple. Y van a hacerlo mientras... Y lo van a hacer mientras haya plata, ¿vale? Mientras haya plata, pues lo harán. Y ya está. Así de simple. No os queméis la cabeza, ¿vale? Si hay plata de por medio, va a haber siempre como tal es otro. Venga. Muy buenas, chicos, ¿cómo estás?
Mora.
Ya salió el avance del personaje Lauma. Y bueno, se llama la corona de plata sagrada. Vamos a ver qué nos presenta. 1 minuto 57, no es mucho tampoco. Vamos a reaccionar a él y a ver qué.
Is there truly a goddess on the moon?
Una diosa en la luna.
It's possible. Everyone says there is.
have suffered. Those who continue
Mora.
to suffer.
Dice. Ella es la verdadera diosa de K naturaleza.
Is there any way to make it end? Come night or day, may the moon goddess keep you.
Grandma, it's dark.
Fear not, my child. Moonlight shines upon us. The moon goddess will keep us safe.
Right. With the moon chanter by our side. We always have a light to guide us.
Sencillito, no entendimos nada, pero bueno, tampoco esperábamos mucho del trailer. Está bien. Pues nada, chicos, es el trailer básicamente es una presentación visual del Auma, que la veamos, que veamos que el Auma, bueno, básicamente es bonita, así de simple. Esperaba yo más el tráiler, pero pues es lo que parece. Al parecer le van a dar más protagonismo a Flint, por lo que parece. Y Lauma pues terminará siendo un personaje secundario, ¿vale? Como tal, por lo que estoy viendo. Porque usualmente a los que les dan más vistas o más visual en un video que se ve más bonito, más elegante, o trae alguna información extra, siempre son los que terminan resaltando de las versiones. Así que nada, espero haya gustado, que lo hayan visto conmigo y nos vemos en la próxima. Venga. Pues ya está. O sea, tampoco es que sea la gran cosa,
Mora.
¿eh? Pensé
Dice.
que iba a ser más.
Para ser corto está bonito y hay algo que me intriga la luna y lo que dice es algo complejo.
Sí, hasta que no avancemos más no vamos a entender nada, ¿vale? Eso está claro. Eso está clarísimo, ¿vale?
Dice. ¿Le tienen miedo que la luna se tape o no brille?
No sé, ni idea, hermano.
Mora. Dice. Parece como una religión.
Es que se supone que ellos son los antiguos, ¿cómo decirlo? Los antiguos creyentes de la luna, ¿vale? O sea, ya tienen tiempo, desde que las lunas se cayeron, se crearon, básicamente. Bueno, vamos a continuar con Capitán Magas. Venga. Vamos a continuar con la historia de Capitán Magas y vamos tirando hacia adelante, venga. Hacia abajo, ¿no?
Captain, Proxy...
No significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test. You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
Since you already see me as a villain, it's only natural I've learned how to avoid torture, right?
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Temporarily restricting the Proxy's movements and communications.
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling
That's just
That's terrible.
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questioned.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in the fire.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty—
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
And then the proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics. My apologies,
The Obsidian Division. Orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against these.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe.
I never thought you'd show such resolve. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
Huh?
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that bird. When will you finally understand that as his sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just a pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master—
Save your useless sympathy. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Still, I was the one who actually
Which means Wise can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
I saw some new data with my eye implant in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EO—
If the Defense Force comes knocking, anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Wise.
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Opal Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous.
All units, be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. A cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those... Hey, look! Someone's crawling out...
Why are they... wearing...
They're coming close. We're under attack!
Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the Exaltis troops in disguise?
No, they emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive.
What the are we seeing the dead in broad day?
Ethereal or monster, just take them down. Reporting in. We've got another wave of hostiles closing in on the right.
Just as the Overseer said, even a miracle like resurrection is not...
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every
Hakuryu
miracle
Uchi.
is just a
Bienvenido al árbol de Vir.
the gate of the final domain.
Estoy durmiendo, weón.
Don't worry, my joy has... The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale upper. So far, only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident. But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned...
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have
Only...
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior...
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow, that's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming.
Bueno, yo creo que me voy a ir a dormir, chicos. No aguanto más el sueño.
Yes, Captain Maggot.
Una lástima porque quería terminar esto.
I'm about
Lo
to start
terminaré
deploying
temprano.
troops. We aren't as ready as we could have been.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down.
Mora. Dice. Black, mañana harás live.
I'm counting on all of you
Probablemente
too.
haga Strange, sí.
Please don't betray the trust that people have
A ver
placed
qué
in the
horario
defense
tengo
force.
mañana. Espérame, déjame ver mi celular. Deje mi celular. No lo traje. ¿Quién sabe dónde lo dejé? Debería estar aquí. No sé dónde dejé mi celular. Lo dejé en la cocina seguramente.
Save it. We're well aware.
Según yo sonó. Ese rato sonó. Mi madre lo habré dejado. Se habrá caído. Ah, no, acá está. A ver. Probablemente mañana haga temprano, 1 horita, 2 horitas.
What the captain means is...
Es que hablan mucho, ya me aburre. Como tengo sueño y están habla y habla, quiero leer y me duermo. Creo que ya van a entrar al ataque. Ya puse ahí de ataque, entonces vamos a ver. Sí, ya de ataque.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist Corps members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Mora. Dice. Black, ¿tú vas a sacar al Auma en las dos cuentas o solo en una?
No, solo en una, solo en la principal.
Is very likely the Exaltists' main base.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question,
You really know your way around intelligence and information.
En la principal no necesito DPS, entonces no necesito a Flynn, ¿vale? Además, en la principal tengo a Nilo, entonces es más fácil que yo saque a Lauma, me conviene más. Y en la cuenta secundaria sí que tengo también a Varesa, pero no tengo a alguien que desate como tal el daño lunar, entonces Flynn me hará ese trabajo. Y como en la cuenta secundaria también saqué a la Inefa, precisamente por esa razón la voy a sacar a Flynn, ¿vale? En la secundaria no me interesa porque con Inefa me da abasto, ¿vale? De hecho, yo considero que con Inefa da abasto para que sacar el daño lunar máximo, pero bueno, ya veremos.
Dice Black, si sacas a Niluce 1, o sea, con las constelaciones que van a regalar.
Sí, yo voy a ir por Nilo.
That's because Captain Magus and Commander...
Technically, fighting side by... But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian.
I understand. So please believe me. When I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to...
Mora dice: lo que pasa es que leí la constelación 1 de Nilu y ella la potencia más la C1 y C2.
Petty thugs blocking the way to the creator.
The creator will not forgive them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our master's return.
Adjusting for wind. Copy.
Kills on me? What? Oops, I can't really control my strength.
You're in my
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a...
That's
Mora
right. And we
dice:
really do
Black, yo
appreciate
voy a sacar a Lauma después que salga, voy por Nilu en el banner recopilatorio, sé que me será muy útil ya que si la tengo la sacar S1 con la que regalarán y potenciará a Nefe más.
We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think you're... I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city.
It's okay, Orphe. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu.
Even among comrades, there are plenty. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away. And cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey!
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist's base been
Several preachers took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Other orders? What could be more important than—
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, Obel, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus. The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
These second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Who would ever call this an ambush?
Oh? Elite targets have appeared.
Elite targets. Just the kind of fight Obel Squad's been waiting for.
It's not over yet.
Show no mercy.
Mora. Dice. La que acaban de nominar a la película de Demon Slayer para los Oscar.
Adjusting for wind.
No lo he visto, no puedo decir de algo que no he visto.
You're in my... Oh.
Mierda, 82.000 le sacó la mierda a ese pobre.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Mora. Dice.
Major General
Black, la película no salía este mes como el 10 de septiembre.
Algo así.
Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde's...
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with...
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the reception banquet for the Porcelumex safety inspection.
A reception banquet? For a safety inspection?
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Ah, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This gentleman is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower.
I'm just doing my duty. Please. The title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high in my...
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military. Mind your tongue, after all. Besides your sharp tongue...
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two... Sorry, Captain Magus.
I'll let it slide this time, Morphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. Porcelumex's other executive had previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally and now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the defense force.
Dice. Black, iré a dormir, nos vemos mañana en el live.
Dale, manito. ¿Pero cuál live? Ah, bueno, sí, sí.
Goodness, Commander...
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But they chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obo's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping...
Yes, Captain Mac...
Ángel Black. Bienvenido al árbol de Beard. Ángel Black. Dice. Amigo, deberías jugar JAC and Duster.
Jack and Dexter, si me lo regalas, con mucho gusto lo juego. No lo voy a comprar. No tengo el dinero para comprarlo.
Everyone! The Exultis, the threat that plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault! Once again, we've brought justice. Give it up for yourselves, soldiers!
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander!
I hate to be that guy, but isn't it a bit early to—
That commander sure seems a typical...
You're right to be concerned. There are still Exultis stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exultus leaders are still at large. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exultus will remain a threat until they're eliminated. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Yishuan Shifu, and the Exultus suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader...
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to...
You might be right. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exultists. And after fighting...
That doesn't sound like something our strict cap...
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch
If you take action without order, I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Senior would...
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a...
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given... Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned...
Thank you,
actually. I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow, and the major besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltis stock of Porcelum. They're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another. I have no place in Tops any longer, and the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunque Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Waifei Peninsula. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are. But if
It's all right. Just when I...
Uy, esta mierda.
I'm the savior he was talking about. It's funny, most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Este es del Templo
Allow
Subia.
me to introduce you. This is
no
Miss
es de
Zhao from Tops, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority.
That's all right. Most people haven't heard of it. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if the company's executives are tearing each other apart. However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the Round Table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, poor Salumix has...
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason TOPS has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand.
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chop.
Although he's not really a friend, I do have some... He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also someone who would never...
Huh. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Mr. Wise.
Soldier Orphe?
You two again? No.
Deja esto aquí, hermano.
It's not
Ya no
what it
puedo.
looks
Me
like,
estoy quedando
Orphe.
dormido, chicos.
Captain Magus is
Definitivamente me estoy
asleep.
quedando totalmente dormido.
Wake her up.
Is it time for the captain's...
Is Orphe more worried? Excuse me. First of all, my concern for the second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all—
Oh. Then why doesn't Orphe protest?
I'm sure Orphe has her own reason.
Anyway, if Orphe doesn't want—
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Seed and Trigger are robbing—
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish them.
Then, the prog—
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in.
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you—
Let me guess. It's something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the but there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
I trust you, Orphe. Just like you trust— Come to think of it, you and Magus make quite the unique team.
An intelligent construct. No. Can I trust you?
You can trust me.
I'm just a gunner. A soldier, here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. That's how they would comfort me. If Captain Magus and the other— But no. I know that I'm not someone special. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian. At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers? Cyber— It sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have— I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier. That legendary soldier's military code name was— The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call— Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wants. All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, but Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me— Orphe, my life was far too boring. I know the looks in my comrades' eyes often carry sympathy. Still, I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with— I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, yet the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, but you all keep telling I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let you— Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain— Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, our pasts are not what define us. As a proxy, you'll lead us to the— I believe in you.
Bueno.
Fairy, have you finished calculating—
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Wise, finally! The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Obel Squad and take a—
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations. Could you send a message to Yishuan Sifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior. Just say, Junior Wise needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Yishuan Sifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't...
Poor Junior Wise is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent. Come rescue him quickly. P.S. Stay low-key and avoid any clashes with...
Aren't you
We're talking about the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula here. So what if it's a little
All we can do now is pray that Rinque Summit sends help soon. Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltists might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is There's no time to waste. Huh? I think I just had a dream. Am I...
My disciple, Fufu, told me poor Junior Wise is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent. And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior By the way, you're...
Someone's messing with our Junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu?
What do you mean by step in? Junior Wise just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Did Yishuan Shifu use a technique to bring...
Seems you're finally
Your safety, of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've...
Come on, Junior Wise. What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help?
That's right. All your seniors are here.
Punning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out?
No need to be hasty. Let...
Bienvenido al árbol de Bird.
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. Turns out it's soldiers from the Defense Force. Please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no right to enter and my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go as they please.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain? Is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night and caused a big ruckus. And now...
Seed Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, he...
Even with all the Obsidian troops of Wi-Fi Peninsula's support, you probably still couldn't stop me.
High Preceptor Ishwan, this unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation. But the person behind you, Phaethon...
Under your protection. You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being...
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secrets and...
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my...
Listen, you two. There's something more...
Proxy, are you...
Oh, so the proxy wasn't
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy away.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples and the well-being of New Eridu.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to defy military orders to You mean you're absolutely certain that the Exaltus still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere?
I can't say I'm completely certain. Not until I enter the Hollow myself and reach those coordinates. But as Guardians of New Eridu, shouldn't Rinkwei Summit and the Defense Force investigate, even if there's only the slightest chance of danger?
Wise, I just received an alert from...
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rising. Warning. Ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is approaching record-high. Warning. At the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that Lemnian Hollow will breach the...
What's that voice assistant rambling about?
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the Hollow might just go...
The Exaltus in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments on large-scale miasma activation. I suspect they're preparing for what they call the final sacrifice. Based on the intelligence and mission results we've seen, the Exaltus control most of the The current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow is probably connected to the Exaltus.
If your theory is true, then this currently undiscovered Exaltus base will likely become the central hub for their...
Exactly. But if we can take out their hidden base, the sacrifice ritual won't happen, and the Hollow's rising activity will be...
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical throat like that?
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms, you still met, so essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats...
Wow, Captain Magus, you...
And let's move out! Obel Squad will personally eliminate the looming...
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying an hour ago that...
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Phaethon, who fled all the way into the Hollow with...
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunkwei Summit.
It's our duty as the Defense Force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior officers have failed in that duty... Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then Defense Force soldiers...
I understand. My disciples and I will remain on standby at Phylum Heights and fulfill our duty...
In that case, the attack plan and the operation start time need to be decided ASAP.
Deploying all of Obel Squad. Let's regroup and launch all members of the Obel Squad. Return... Tomorrow's probably going...
Bueno, por aquí lo vamos a dejar porque ya estoy muy cansado y no hay nada más que hacer. Así que chicos, nos vemos en la próxima. Se cuidan. Un fuerte beso, un abrazo y nos vemos en la próxima. Bye bye.